We've got ignition. 3, 2, 1. We've got RIP takeoff. Eberflus and Poles. Look in the mirror and blame. Yeah, we're not going to do any too much hubbub. We're going to jump in it. But Karen, can you give us our music, please? Better.
Mouthpiece included. TATN, TATN, TATN. Better guard your grill. TATN, TATN, TATN. Mouthpiece included. TATN, TATN, TATN. Better guard your grill. TATN, TATN, TATN. Mouthpiece included. TATN, TATN, TATN.
Better guard your grill.
TATN, TATN, TATN.
Mouthpiece included. Absolutely. And you better guard your grill. Welcome to Mouthpiece Included. This is the podcast where we talk about politics, which is sports, and politricks. It's a fusion. And we cover everything in between that. Welcome to today's episode where we're going to dive into the highly anticipated Week 12 divisional game. We got our post-game reaction to the Bears clash with the Vikings. The game brought intense moments. I ain't going to lie. A lot of pivotal plays left us fans and analysts abuzz with many questions. One of the hottest topics on most people's mind, if they watch the games and they have a pulse and they've been following this team for the at least past 4 years. We're not going to talk about the past 30, 40 years. It's the future of our quote, end quote, head coach, Matt Eberflus. What this can mean for the development of our rookie, quote, generational, end quote, quarterback, Colored Williams. Now, as the Bears continue to navigate a challenging season, the questions arise. Is keeping Eberflus the best decision for Williams' growth and development and our beloved team's long-term success? Throughout the game, we witnessed glimpses of C Dubb's potential as he shedded his halter top and faced a formidable Vikings stormy defense. However, with the team still struggling to find consistency, the pressure is mounting on Eberflus to prove his leadership can actually guide the Bears teams to victory. You know, he likes to talk about victory, you know. So in today's episode, we're going to go ahead and analyze the key moments from the game. We're going to discuss Eberflus's coaching strategies or lack thereof, and we will explore how his decisions may impact Colored Williams' development and his confidence down the line. We'll also hear from fans and our experts, who are going to weigh in on whether a coaching change might be necessary to go ahead and unlock the full potential of our young, quote, generational, end quote, quarterback and our ball club. Stay with us as we break down today's game. We're going to evaluate the coaching dynamics out there and consider the future of the Bears under Eberflus's guidance. So whether you're a die-hard Bears fan or some sort of self-hating fudge packer, or you might just be tuning in for the drama, today's episode promises to be a thorough exploration of our team's current state and what lies ahead for Colored Williams, Ryan Poles, Eberflus, and our beloved Chicago Bears. So grab your favorite game day snack and get ready for an engaging discussion on the future of Bear Down football. We may touch on some hot takes on some stuff that happened this week if we have time. So stand down, stand back, stand by, or pull up. But if you do pull up, don't forget to bring your mouthpiece. The views expressed in today's podcast are those of the hosts, guests, and are not necessarily reflective of TATN or any affiliates. So you guys go ahead and grab your mouthpiece. I pinned the link in the chat. Anybody is more than welcome to pull up and excrete their excrement right here on YouTube. So let's go ahead and get the co-host, Jackie Robinson's finest, perennial nominee for Dad of the Year. I'll tell you what, this guy's fatherhood skills are probably as underrated as rapper No Cap, Big Ups, and Mike Tomlin. You know what I mean?
Can't be blushing over here, bro.
You know what I mean? This guy's at the games doing his things, probably working a full-time job out there and still got time to usher the children around and make sure they're staying engaged, because an idle mind is Satan's workshop. But go ahead and give me some hubbub. You're going to have Karen, and we're trying to, do some things behind the scene here.
Yeah, you got to have the kids into something or they're going to be into something. That's what I tell people, And it goes right into that saying that the idle mind is the devil's workshop. If you don't have them into something constructive, they're going to construct something in those idle minds. So there's enough negative influences out here for kids. Just keep them in something positive, something away from, Pookie and Ray Rays, and have them at the park, take them to a game, take them traveling, take them downtown, take them camping, anything. Take them to see something that you might have never seen as a kid, or
Let me interrupt real quick. As a non-father, I thought it was important to interrupt the Dad of the Year with my lecture, not lessons. But I can tell you from the point of view as a young man, a lot of times, some of the guys in the neighborhood might have been up to shenanigans, pulling up in an allegedly stolen vehicle, whatever the case might have been, about to go put work in or get some get back, or maybe go out and get some things for free, strong arming, or whatever the case might have been. It was very important that I generally had an itinerary, whereas the peer pressure might have been able to overwhelm me at a young age. I had a schedule. I had places to be, and people expected me there, whether they were coaches, parents. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. So to your point. But yeah, go ahead with the hubbub. We're seeing if we can finish rolling the,
the generational L. Was that what we had today? A generational L?
1,000 ways to lose. Choose one.
Eberflus. It was a interesting game. I was in and out, taking Deuce to Hoop. We got a game tomorrow. First freshman basketball game, so you want to get some shots up. You can't refuse that, even though you're watching your beloved Bear go out there and do what they do with a bad team. Well, I won't call them a bad team. I'll call them a poorly coached team. See what a poorly coached team does. And they did it again this week to find a way to eke a loss out of a victory at home against a divisional opponent. So, I took them in. I left with like 2 minutes left in the game, and I missed the comeback. And I was listening to the radio going to pick up Deuce. And then I was like, let me check and see what happened, see what the final score was. And then turn on the radio, I hear Tom Thayer saying that they're in overtime. And then it was the first and only, I guess, offensive series the Bears had during the overtime. And, well, those that watched the game know what happened. We weren't prepared, as usual, to play an extended period of football And
Well, when you have your generational quarterback over there celebrating the game tying field goal like it was the game winning field goal,
yeah,
and nobody come over there, tell them to really back in. We got a lot of football left to be
yeah,
played, and then we always have to learn these lessons afterwards, which is on the title. We got to watch tape and learn later. No, somebody's got to be in your face right now. Like, sit down, let's go over what we're gonna call like next step.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You celebrate, but come on, man, that was a bit much, bro.
We still have a football game to play and win. So if you're not prepared to win, which Eberflus apparently is not prepared to win every week, then that's what happens when you go into a extra period of football and you're not prepared to uh, go out there and still put your foot on that throat as you did to get back into the game to make it into overtime.
We might have to get Diesel one of these shorts out there.
Yeah.
One thing, and I know I could be coaching because I predicted it. I didn't say it, but I was sitting there thinking like the way things have been going on that onside kick. Diesel, I was like, we got to get something like, you know what I mean? It's like gambling and you lose every time. Like we got to, oh, Slappy's got to get something. Something finally broke our way, and at the end, I said, throw the ball over the middle. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And tell your team, have your team be prepared to clock it. And apparently they did that. They'd have never been prepared like that with Shame, Shaky, Waldron. But Diesel, big ups. Give us some hubbub, and then go into just your initial thoughts about that game, and then Ace, do the same.
Um, Defense sucks, garbage, soft. I mean, horrible. Just I don't want to hear nothing about no Caleb Williams, nothing. He bringing you back from 14 points down in the freaking fourth quarter. You
Justin
getting
Fields
them
had the worst defense in Bears history for 2
the
seasons.
work.
But go ahead. I'm not going to bring up Justin. I'm not going to
Yeah,
bring
please
too
don't.
early in the show.
Um, Defense from the beginning of the game. They would you're rushing four based it. They don't even play cover two, but it may as well be a cover two because that's what you're showing. You're never showing. If you notice in that game, Minnesota, if it was 10 downs on defense, 7 of those, they had everybody up on the line. They didn't blitz every time, but you didn't know who was coming, right? So you making the offensive lineman check and account for those guys up there, whether they're coming or not. The Bears running 4 base every time. Your 3 linebackers standing behind them every single play. Into the second half, probably deep in the third quarter, they finally blitz once.
Yeah, you
Right?
mean no, they'd like to do that. When we get down 2 scores, no matter what part of the game it is,
And then it really wasn't a blitz
we throw the
because
baby out with the bathwater.
You only rushed 4, but it wasn't the 4 down lineman, right? So it's like, man, dude, I can't stand their defense, man. Every time they got third and longer than 10, you may as well call it a first down because they gonna get the first down on the Bears because they
You
play
had
so soft.
you had the backup quarterback coming there with no warm up, coming in on third and
Go
third,
5 wide. 5 wide.
and
No,
nobody
no.
nobody gets to him.
You put 4 guys up there instead of 5 or 6 guys. If you wanted to drop a couple back, so be it. But he gonna get rid of that ball quick. He
Correct.
stood back there, waited to the back, kind of chip block, ran out, hits. I was like, man, these guys. Oh, and then the special teams, it still sucks. It still sucks. It's like you letting them.
Wait a minute. They're the first team in history to get a onside kick. And your boy Hall of
Don't
Fame
matter.
Jones's replacement. He had a run back which he should have scored on.
And
He cut back up the he cut
He
back
gets
up the field.
tackled,
All he had to do was
running
run
like
to the
running
sideline.
like a chicken with his head cut off, like no vision, and you got nothing but green in front of you.
There's nobody on to the sidelines. Like, why are you cutting back in the middle? You're looking there. There's nobody there.
Listen. I'm so used to their kicks getting blocked, the field goals. I thought the last one was blocked. I didn't
It
see the
was.
ball.
It
I
probably
didn't
was.
see the ball.
It'll
And they
come
said the
out.
dude just missed it. It was like
Yeah.
the guy who hit the first one, he just missed it.
Yeah,
Like,
what complain to the league.
Yeah, it'll come out in the Twitterverse and the Reddit. Ace, your immediate thoughts, and then we're gonna break this down for everybody. But still, through all this, bro, it might be better for Caleb, which I'll explain. We'll discuss after we're done talking Bears to keep Eberflus. But what are your initial thoughts
Oh
about the
no,
game?
we're not
Well,
keeping him, bro. No,
continuity,
no,
continuity. All right,
no.
well,
Fuck all of that.
we're gonna
No,
get there.
man.
Save
No,
it, save it,
no,
save it. All
no.
right, hey, so what were your initial thoughts, and then we're gonna get into the meat of this thing.
The initial thoughts is they're still trying to find their way offensively. Unfortunately, we only find it in the middle of the third and the late fourth quarter exactly what they want to do. And the defense, my gosh, uh, I don't
Can't
know.
stop the run.
I don't
Make
know
sure you
why.
mention that.
I don't know why you would not just run the ball against them the whole damn game, every game. I would just stack up and just run the damn ball.
You can't run the ball with a back that goes down every time he gets touched.
I'm talking about
you're talking about business decisions.
I'm talking about the other team. Why wouldn't you just run the ball?
Oh yeah. They should have just kept
They
running.
can't stop anybody.
No way.
And we got a defensive head coach calling the defensive signals. Man, fire this dude. Just like we got new blood on the offense. The offense looks like it's making a little turn in these last couple of weeks. Maybe just new blood with the defensive coordinator calling the damn defensive plays, or maybe get them going some kind of way defensively. Just like Diesel said, they're in a base the whole damn game and no pressure on the quarterback. We got these great defensive backs. We don't send the safeties until we're down 2-3 scores. Now you want to try and blitz the quarterback, but you're dropping the linebacker. Maybe they don't want the linebackers to get tired or something. Maybe that's why they don't have them up on.
They don't even. If you're in that base where your linebackers are always behind the front four, you should be easy to stop the run because it's like a zone. You're looking at the.
They got soft linebackers. They got him because he's 6'4" and he's got long arms. When was the last time you seen a hard hit on this team? I'll tell you when it was. It was Brisker in London, and he hasn't played since.
Yeah, he hasn't played since.
Pursuit to the ball. At least when Lovey was soft playing that cover too, at least they pursued to the ball.
And they had hard hitters on there too. Briggs and them will come over there and knock you into 2 weeks.
At least they pursued to the ball. These guys don't pursue to the ball. Their defense got worse every week of the season.
Well, I want to start somewhere we haven't really discussed, which is Bears fans, and big ups to the Raiders fans because I think they go through as much stuff as we go through. We're going to start grading these officials. I've been saying these officials, the head officials, should be part of the in press conference, and you know what I mean. And they should ask them questions. But did anything jump out at you? And we don't, as Bears fans, we can do this every game. But okay, grade the officiating and give me your thoughts on the officiating. I'll leave it at that.
I mean, it's always an F, man. We never get any damn calls. It's terrible.
You never see a pass interference against the team that the Bears are playing. You never see that.
We only get a holding call by the opposing offensive line when we're down 2 scores. That's the only time they start calling.
Yeah. Caleb gets hit on a play and plays over, and the dude hits him in the back right in front of the official, and the ball's been gone, and he goes down and gets up and no flag, nothing, just like nothing happens.
Well, we call him Colored Williams for a reason.
It's indicative of your coach because they don't respect him. He's not getting no calls. You're not getting none of them calls if your head coach don't demand respect for those referees.
Correct.
Based on Justin last year, getting mollywopped every week, and we couldn't get a damn call for roughing the quarterback, and it continues this year.
It continues. It's like an epidemic, pandemic.
He should have been making an issue out of it last year.
Yeah, he should have.
Throwing a clipboard, throwing his hat, get thrown out of the game. We don't care. We're winning in spite of you. At least make yourself, a caricature for the fans. Maybe
what you do is you have your defense hit their quarterback late. That's what you do, and you bring it to you force the conversation.
Yeah, make the official come out there. Number 95, late hit on the quarterback. He was giving him the business.
Yeah,
he's out of the game. Okay, well, we got somebody else to put in there.
So there was a PI they called against the Bears, and we may have grabbed them, but they be grabbing our receivers all game, and this has been going on forever. You know the little grab when they grab your hip. We don't
grabbing
get the
your
call.
Jersey when you're running. We never get it.
On the 2-point conversion, Allen got grabbed and they didn't call it.
Never get the calls.
Never.
Never get the calls. But they always giving the teams we play always get them calls.
Maybe
Always.
maybe it's ownership. Maybe they just want them to get rid of. They're waiting on Virginia.
Yeah, they don't like the Davis
Yeah.
family and they don't like the Hallis McCaskey family because they've always bucked the system, so to speak. Like, you know, when the league comes with all these rule changes and all that, they be like, "This is dumb."
Yeah. We're originals. We're original members of the league, so we don't want to do that. Yeah, but I don't think they like them because these calls, man, every week they're just horrendous, more atrocious by the week, and even that call, like you said during the that replay, the review that they got the flag out, even though they threw a penalty flag, they gave them the damn red flag before the damn penalty and reversed the damn catch.
And did you see how quick they got that review up on that catch by Allen?
Yeah.
So when Flus challenged, he's 0 for 4 on challenges, the out of bounds sideline. We never got a review. He had to just challenge that on faith.
Yeah.
Man, as soon as the Keenan Allen that play where they said he stepped out, which he may have done, man, they were running the replay. I've never seen them get the replay up that
and
quick.
then
bro.
they tell us that the camera view that we have for that play,
Can't use
Flus challenge, you can't use.
Yeah.
Because the other teams are poor and stupid and don't have the same camera.
Yeah, they can't get the cameras out there to the poor and stupid arenas and use the same camera angles in the NFL where all of them are revenue sharing. Are you kidding me?
Well,
That's crazy.
All right. Yeah, let's stay on the negatives because that's where we are. But then we'll, end it with the positives. But stay on the negatives, and then we're gonna go through this text thread, and then we'll do the positives. It's got to be something to hang our hat on as Bears fans.
How come you can't block for a field goal? Is it the kicker? Is it the lineman? What's going on that you can't block for a field goal?
It's a long snapper.
They should be practicing it all week.
Well,
the guys who block, they're not practicing. It's the coaching. It's whoever your special teams coach is, he sucks.
But they had to move right to the left because whoever you have over there on left tackle, even if it's your 6th round left tackle that you got for your generational quarterback or 5th rounder, or what's his name, Braxton, he gets bull rush. He still can't figure that out. So they had to move right to the other side. Yeah, he can't stop it.
The bull rush.
We have a left tackle for a generational quarterback who can't stop the bull rush.
It's special teams. I don't care where you get them players from on your roster or your practice squad. You should be practicing all week long, doing the stuff for those plays, and be prepared when you do.
But if you got left tackles who can't stop a bull rush, like how do you?
Then they shouldn't be on the field for that. Put somebody else.
They shouldn't be on the. They shouldn't be on the field. Period.
Get somebody else out there who can do the job. Period.
You're right. It's
not that complicated.
I mean, that's a good point. You got to have a guard or somebody who can stop the bull rush. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to move right over there. Should be one of these bums. Hey, he's not good moving around. He's not good pulling. He ain't good for nothing else. But this dude can stop the bull rush. That's a good point.
Yeah, and again, it's more than just that play. On kickoffs, the Bears look suspect with other teams almost ready to break one. And then, this is the worst part. When those teams fumble, or when your own kick returner fumbles,
we're standing around.
No, they're not down there to have a chance to get the ball.
Bro, I'm glad you brought that. Bro, it's been so many times they're just standing around.
Like it goes to the coaching. So I'd fire Eberflus and the special teams coach immediately. I wouldn't wait till no end of the season.
Okay, but if you're Warren, go ahead, Ace. You had something to say because if you guys are Warren and Poses and firing this person, then something has to happen, bro.
Somebody's got to go. I mean, just for the betterment of the team, he's got to be fired at the end of the year, and it's apparent that the team was winning in spite of him last year, especially with those 3 games that he blew that were impossible for the Bears to lose. And this year, they don't have the team to get over those games, over the poor coaching this year. So, I would just make a move now.
It's not our offense right now. The offense is doing okay, except for penalties from the offense.
Yeah, Mercedes
Holding
Lewis.
or false starts, which puts you behind the ball when you're moving the
How
ball.
long have we been saying cut Mercedes Lewis? I'm telling you, he's a
Oh,
Packer
he's a
plant.
penalty man. I've been telling you that dude ain't done nothing but create a penalty every time he's on the
He is
field.
still employed by the Packers. You guys don't think like me. These guys we bring over from there, they're still employed by that team. They're telling the Packers everything we're doing. That's why we're losing. Mike Dicker didn't get those people in their locker room, bro. They out there just doing. It's no way in the world he can be that poor and stupid after 18 years.
He's an agent for the Packers.
Yes.
And Mr. Simone Biles, you reach your arms out instead of just putting your body at the guy and tackle.
Wait a minute,
you call it tackling.
You can't call him. You can't call him Mr. Simone Biles.
Yeah, because he did make a play on the goal line, strip old boy, and give the Bears the ball.
You talking about when they marched right down the field and ran it down?
Yeah, when they went right down their throat.
Yeah,
right down the throat.
That was his last tackle for the whole damn game.
But he's
not a regular player.
Yeah, he's a third stringer. But I hear you, Ace. If he can't tackle, to your point, then get somebody else out.
Player. If he can't tackle, why the hell is he on the team?
Why is he on the team? That's the whole point. If a lineman can't stop the bull rush, which you learn at William H. Ray School, you know what I mean? That's the most basic thing.
Tackle?
Why is he on the team? But he's just starting left tackle. Yeah, man. I mean, man, it's so much here. There's just so much here. All right, let me ask y'all this, man. Let's just move it forward just slightly because it's just too much to unpack.
As soon as we go up 7-0,
that's what the media.
They run the ball. They go straight down the field. Yeah. Straight down the field.
Yeah, bro. I walked to the corner store and I was gone less than 3 minutes and came back. I'm like, damn, it's 14-7. I'm like, I can't even walk to the corner store.
Yeah, we were in cover too.
Straight down the field.
I missed that drive, man.
Running all day till the running's done. And then I think they had a pass interference on that drive he actually caught it. It wasn't a pass interference. He caught it at like around the goal line. Man, they just soft, bro. They're just soft.
This $100 million cornerback you got that nobody throws at, and they throwing at him this year. And I don't see all great play.
Just blitz one time when it's third and more than 10.
Wait, you talking about Johnson? I mean, he was balling though, man. But they should have just had him on Jefferson all game wherever he went, and they cheated the defense.
The coordinator don't do that. He said we don't move.
That's Eberflus. Yeah, that's Eberflus.
Guy around. They don't
that's Eberflus. Eberflus is the coordinator.
DC head coach. HCDC.
Yeah, Eberflus is making that decision. I bet you if Washington he would move him around probably. For a game like that, that's what he's there for. You don't have to cheat your defense. And if Jefferson beat you, bro, and at the end, maybe every now and then you run those junk coverages, but you don't do it all game. Like if it's third and something, then maybe you switch it up. But they just have no creativity on either side of the ball. The offense, was that pass interference on DJ Moore's pass when he threw the pass?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he mugged him.
Oh, wrong.
Maybe they were making the point that it was underthrown, but that was pass interference. They gotta call that.
Well, they call it on the back shoulder throws. You know what I mean? They'll call PI on you. But he turned around. And one thing our players we've been saying for 4 or 5 years, our DBs, linebackers, nobody turns around and tries to look at the ball. If they just turn around, they would have so many interceptions.
The ball be right there.
Yeah.
They don't even turn around and look.
And it's like a known thing now, and this ain't just the Bears. If they're playing in the NFL, if they're playing man-to-man, these guys are taught now to just look at the guy that's your man. They don't look to see if the ball's coming or not. They're just playing him. So then when they see him do like this, then they go and start, all of that.
And then they get PI. But I'm saying you should have a clock in your head. The defensive coordinator should be telling you this play should last about this long. They be running around to be 4, 5 seconds. At some point, as a human being, you got to turn around and be like, "What the hell?"
Do you know why? Do you know why they're doing that? Because the quarterback of the opposition, he's back there on the chalkboard, drawing circles, numbers, because he's got all this time. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, guys. They're not going to get to me. Don't worry."
But
let's
yeah,
do this.
but you
Here's
know the
this
timing of
play.
the play is over though. Like they be scared to peek in the back. They be scared to even just turn your head around, bro.
But
They,
most good receivers, they have what you call late hands, so they don't move their hands until the
to
ball.
alert the
We were
defender
doing
that
that
the
at
ball's
William
coming.
H. Ray years ago. This isn't rocket science y'all are talking about.
I
I'm
understand.
serious. I was coaching my guys to do that. Put your hands up late. They don't know the ball's coming because they're running around coming towards you like idiots.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
nobody's
but the good DBs, Deion Sanders, he turning around and you know what I
looking
mean?
the ball. Wait for that guy to throw the damn ball. It doesn't matter where he's at because he's gonna run up on him,
Yeah.
take the damn ball away, and make a play. Yeah, because he's looking at the ball. You know where the ball's at.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like
I told you
basketball.
that if I'm a coordinator of a team, a wide receiver coach, or the offensive
Uh-huh.
coordinator,
Uh-huh.
I am going to lead the league in pass interference call against our offense because I'm teaching my receivers.
How
Listen,
to flop.
run a fly,
How to flop.
look back. No, I'm
Yeah.
gonna teach the quarterback overthrow him
Yeah.
or underthrow him, and
Yeah.
all you got to do is
It's
turn
stop.
around
And
and
these
stop
idiots
and
are
do
gonna
this, and they're gonna tackle you.
and but Rome didn't do that. Rome halfway did it. That's what I'm saying. My line too. My players all would know how to act and get those calls. It's called gamesmanship.
yeah. Rome's gonna learn that.
Why does it? But why? Why
Yeah,
does it take 2-3 years for our guys to learn it? And we see other rookies come out there and they're doing it from week 2.
yeah, but the teams make adjustments on rookies. You don't see all these big.
They make adjustments because you see Jaden Daniels been regressing, and ain't nobody been talking about
I'm
it.
talking about the gamesmanship, man. Like, that's all I was talking about. Yeah, we're gonna regress. They're gonna game plan you. But this is the first game he's really showed any reaction to the BS that's been happening to him.
Yeah, well, we got a 6'6" wide receiver on the sideline that made a couple of touchdowns in the Hall of Fame game that we don't want to get out there. I guess Allen had a good game today, but I mean, other teams use other receivers, at certain points during the game. How come
Our tight end, he saw. I mean, you ain't about to call fucking Mr. Penalty himself, Mercedes Lewis, to do it. So you go to commit, but he's soft.
Let me say this.
You can't try to throw him up no fades or nothing in the end zone. He's not gonna come down with it. So you got to make do with the receivers that you got, and they be half stepping, man.
Is this cap? Is this cap to say an Eberflus coach team needs to lose 4 straight before they realize the urgency? Because I told you in preseason and start playing with some urgency and acting like they care. They should have been doing this from day one. They don't do this in the Packers game. Stuff happens. They don't go to the ref. This stuff Caleb was doing, like what I'm saying, bro, like you got to care, bro, in the NFL. If
Yes,
you don't care, they're not giving you nothing.
The passion has to show within the game.
Yeah.
Within the game. I seen one play, and it was in the second half, where I think it was the play where your guy, I can't remember, but it was a play, and when they showed the camera angle, they showed the Bears sideline, and all of them, including Eberflus, they were all yelling at the refs. And I was like, well, that's the first time I ever seen them showing some passion on a play
because
for a call.
Because Eberflus was telling his team that's not our culture. He imposed telling us that's how we're. No, you got to be good first to have that culture. Where then now you're not going to beat yourself on dumb stuff. But until you're good, you got to be out there grabbing the other team's quarterback and slamming them on the ground.
I said it back when we played the Redskins, the Commanders. I was like,
you can't say that anymore on YouTube.
Hit Jaden Daniels. Hit him. His ribs was hurt.
Yes, you said it.
Hit him. And they wouldn't even tackle the dude, man. I was like, just tackle him once.
This is a division game. They came out there and hit your quarterback in the back, and you didn't get a call. And there was no reciprocation by the Bears defense.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Soft. No dogs. Just soft.
This is what I've been saying. All right, listen. Polls. This is a message to polls. You're sitting down with these people and they're telling you how much they love football. And that's why you value this person over that person. Yeah. What you should be looking for is the people that tell you all they want to do is win games.
Yeah.
Those are going to be the people that are passionate, that's got the passion we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the other stuff is nonsense. They all should love football. You know what I mean? Like who's going to be playing football in the NFL and then come off and then trying to sign a contract like they don't love football? I'm listening to every word they say, and if 95% of it is, man, the only thing I love about this game is winning, coming
Yeah.
into the other team's stadium. You know what I mean? This is the stuff
Yeah.
I want to hear as a GM.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
watched your boy a thing with Barry Sanders today. He was on somebody's podcast.
never nervous, Barry.
Couple of ex-players too, and they were asking him, so what's the real reason why you walked away? And he said, honestly, he said, I just didn't feel the same about the game as I used to. He said, yeah, I still loved it, but I didn't love it to the point where I knew I was going to go out there and be giving it my all and putting forth the effort that I had previously. So
And he also said it would have
said,
broke his dad's heart running up meaningless stats and meaningless games and
said
breaking Walter
that
Payton's record.
And he said he felt that the team was about to do a rebuild mode. So he was like, the chances of me getting to a Super Bowl was slim to none. So he said, plus I didn't have that same passion that I had previously, caring. So he said, I just said, hey, I'm gonna walk away. I'm done.
Well, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer, but he was a perennial loser. Big ups to Barry Sanders, though. I mean, you know what I mean? Big ups.
I mean, you can't do
the best thing he did, he entertained me. He was a great player, one of the best I've ever seen do it, top 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And he gave it up to Walter Payton. His dad used to tell him, so he had something psychological going on. His dad used to tell him, you know, you'll never be better than Payton. Stuff like that. And that went on his whole career. He kind of talked about it later.
Yeah.
And yeah, go ahead.
Do you know that Payton, I looked this up on the weekend, Walter Payton only led the NFL in rushing one season in his whole career. Can you believe that?
Was that his rookie of the year?
1977 was the only year that he led the NFL in rushing. But that's a testament to how good how good running backs were held and how much he had a junk line for most of his career.
Well, it's also a testament how consistent he was, because let me put some balance on that statement. He also retired with the most rushing yards in the NFL history, and all those other running backs. His durability, his toughness, his consistency. You know what I mean? And to your point, the line was terrible. All of that, and that just tells you how.
Now, dig this. I also noticed the year that he did lead, 77. He rushed for 1,800 plus yards in a 14-game season. He would have easily broke the record if it had been 16 games.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, big ups, Walter Payton.
All right, sweetness.
Yeah. Y'all got any other positives, man? I mean, negatives. We're still on negatives. Yeah. Let's talk about Cole Kmet. Oh, go ahead, Ace. Because Cole Kmet dropped that third down pass, bro. This game, we would have had the momentum, bro.
We've had quite a couple of drops from the receivers, whether it be tight ends or the backs or the regular wide receivers. There were a few drops. So, you know what? Drops happen, just like missed throws when they're open happens. But those drops, some of them drops, they're just right in your breadbasket on key situations.
He be choking, man.
You got a 13-year veteran out there dropping balls.
From a rookie, he got to make that play, man. We
got a $50 million tight end out there.
Come on, man.
Talking smack, about the team and the other.
Come on, man.
And that's why I say you don't throw him the damn ball in the red zone. What is he? He's not no Jimmy Graham. He used to throw Jimmy Graham up. He's coming down with it.
But here's what I tell you about quarterback play. You guys didn't play on the holograms race school. Probably played football as kids, but you weren't quarterbacks. The point I'm making here is this. I'm talking elementary school football. Wow. How long is that generational quarterback? And same thing with Justin. They got out there. Justin said, I was looking for Cole. You saw one of them plays where Caleb almost threw a pick? And did you see he was mad? Guess who that was? Cole Kmet. Justin came out there and said, I was looking for Cole Kmet to make a football play. And then Cole Kmet came out there and threw Justin under the bus. That's when I would have cut Cole Kmet then and supported my quarterback. And what I'm saying is, how long do you think Caleb is going to trust that guy? To your point, Diesel.
I don't think he trusts him right now. Who does he? He's spreading that ball around. Them 3 receivers he got, all of them had over 5 catches, I
There
believe.
you
Except
go.
Rome might have had four close to 5, but Keenan and DJ Moore, they both had like at least 6 catches.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
think he trusts Komet,
No,
Ace?
nah.
He's the company plant, and he knows that. He know he threw Justin under the damn bus, and he's just totally just a check down receiver,
He
basically.
don't run routes like run a good route for this man.
And even when he make business decisions, he's always looking to get hit. He never, gets extra yards. It's a lot of that Swift's like that, running out of bounds, bro. Like, come on, man. Y'all need to help this rookie.
Yeah. I mean, you're veteran players. You got your money. Get out there and make it happen. But no, they're not going to do the extra or the extraordinary, especially him. You got to throw him the ball exactly where you need the ball to be yardage wise, because he's not going to get you any extra yards.
He'd never make it on a team like the Chiefs, where they use their tight ends, Kelsey, Watson, Gray.
Yeah.
He would drop passes where they would be like, you know what? Get his ass, put him on the bench. Because he's not running routes the right way. He damn sure can't block, and he's going to drop balls when they're just tailor-made to you.
His blocking has improved, but early in a tight end's career, when they're supposed to be a pass-catching tight end and your blocking is poor, just like Josh Giddey, we don't know what's in his heart, can't play any defense, but if you're not going to be lighting up the offensive side of the ball, you got to get him off the court.
Yeah.
If he's going to be dropping the ball, you got to get him out of there.
Yeah, Giddey's definitely a bench player, and maybe we'll talk a tiny bit about the Bulls later. But but there's no competition. I think the guy that they had in there for competition, they cut when they decided to keep Mercedes Lewis on the damn team. And, which is just a wasted roster spot as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, man, you could have kept Hall of Fame Jones, man. There's times when you need a home run play, you could have said, look, Hall of Fame Jones, we're going to trust you. You know what I mean? If you fumble, you lost anyway. You know what I mean? But not when the game's on the line. I mean,
I want to see what's going on with this Tyler Scott experiment. What he was a 4th round pick or 3rd round pick?
He must have got on somebody's wrong side, bro, because they were saying he was flashing in the preseason. And I was looking forward to him like doing something. And he doesn't even touch the field.
Yeah, he's not getting no clock. As long as them 3 wides are healthy, he's not gonna get no play time.
That's crazy.
He's not gonna get no play time.
In a season where you don't have no chance to get in the playoffs. Let me tell you something. I know Allen is your buddy. Either you're going to re-sign Allen now because he's obviously your generational quarterback's favorite target. You're going to re-sign Allen now to 3-4 years, or you're going to sit Allen down and force your generational quarterback to start looking for players who are going to be on this team next year, because this season is all about next year.
See, Allen, you could tell he's not as agile and elusive as he was younger in his career, right? Yeah. But he knows how to run routes, sit in zones, he knows how to create space, right? But after this year, he's gone. I mean,
after this year, you got a guy out there making business decisions on a daily, game-by-game basis. As we get close to the end of the season, he's definitely going to be making business decisions. So get him out of there. Get somebody in there that's going to be here next year.
That's right.
Wants to earn some damn playing time. The
season's over. And make Rome and DJ your number 1 and your number 2.
I see them drafting a tight end next year too. I see them drafting because that's going to be. Is that commits? What did they give him an extension?
Yeah, yes. $50 million.
Yes. And center. How long have we been saying? I mean, you've got a C on your hat right now. Anytime the Bears have a good team, we have a dominant center.
Right. And we need one.
A captain of that line, a dog that's out there, barking at the defensive lineman. Go ahead, Ace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we need one now. I don't even know if there's one available in the draft this year. It was
all them college teams. I'm sure there's a few good centers out there.
Yeah, we can plug and play.
The centers we passed up on, there was 3 of them we passed up on that are balling.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to have a rookie center with a rookie generational quarterback and blah, blah, blah. So you got to get some bums out there who were has-beens and backups on other teams.
Yeah. And on their way out of town this year, because I think they're all on 1-year deals or might be one with an option or something. So you really weren't really thinking of keeping these guys. You just wanted to see what they did this year. And you need to refresh your line. You got to get a left tackle. You got to get a center. You got to get a guard. I mean, you need a whole entire offensive line.
The center is the anchor of your offensive team.
They need
safe to say?
They need 2 pieces to the off. You got to get a center, and then you got to get either a guard or a tackle.
You got to get a left tackle. It's going to clean up a lot of that other nonsense that's going on with the guards. You got this bum Braxton Jones. You got this bum Braxton Jones who you guys have been signing off on for the last 2 years, and I've been saying, and PFF says he's doing this and doing that.
Backup. That's what
it's 3rd and long. I can count on Braxton Jones, man, getting there.
But you might pick up a free agent left tackle, or you can draft. Or you can draft one.
You got to draft it. You got to draft it, man.
Not necessarily.
I'm not confident in Ryan Poles bringing in anybody on the free agent market that's going to do anything but not be good.
Not want to play.
Yeah,
it depends on who it is. Because honestly speaking, when we got Nate Davis was not a bum when he came here.
He is now.
Exactly. But he wasn't when he came here. Everybody was like, "That's a good pick. That's a good pickup."
Yeah, but it wasn't.
He just turned upside down.
I mean, same thing with Claypool. I can't get over that. Same thing when they said Velus Jones was a good draft pick. We got a generational punter that can't help us in the game. Like what happened today, like in the 4th round. Like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, sometimes players hit and sometimes they miss, but definitely will probably get a center in the draft. And I'm thinking that they'll probably use their 2nd round pick on a center, because it's really like the 1st round, because it's going to be like the 1st or 2nd pick of the 2nd round.
And you got to use some of that capital on another edge rusher on defense.
Yes.
And a left tackle. And a left tackle. So then you could probably develop, these line, like the left tackle, while you still got Braxton in there. And you know what I mean? Yeah, not throw everybody to the wolves all the time.
What's that guy's last name, the rookie?
Amin Jabi.
The one that could rush the one who was rushing in preseason. We was like, Booker. Yeah, dude can play.
Booker.
Wasn't it?
Booker? Yeah.
Kind of light-skinned guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, yellow.
Yeah, I don't even think I'll be seeing him on the field that much, man.
He's on the field, but he's not flashing during the games because of that scheme. You're not playing against the 4th string guy out there now. You're playing against NFL starters and NFL linemen. So,
I mean, their pressure, the initial rush from those 4 is never like threatening to the call for that offense.
I don't know if it's the lack of stunts or
man, I see them doing stunts and that shit. Just don't.
But I agree, Ace. I don't see them doing as many stunts as the rest of the NFL. And same thing with the blitzes. It's just we're not successful when we do anything. I don't know if it's the way they're drawing up their stunts or what, but we don't do it. Also, the D-line was looking better today, and one thing the analysts couldn't – what I was thinking about it was the reason our D-line was looking a little better the last couple games was because the offense – they're not on the field all the time. The offense have been – so they're more rested, and you don't have to do that rotation. So that matters.
Yeah,
there's no threat.
I still don't like Flus as he's one of those if the guys are playing well type of coordinators, he looks good.
Yeah.
Not, it's their fault.
Yeah. And why do we still talk about these issues? 3 tech, center. How long have we've been talking about edge? You know what I mean? This starts to fall on poles a little bit, but go ahead, Diesel, with whatever you was going to say.
There's no threat for the pass rush. You must change, and I ain't saying the scheme. You got blitzes in the scheme that you got to do, but I'm saying you got to change the position of your defense before the play is snapped. Because if you sit there looking like the same thing, it's all way too predictable. You need to put people up on the line. How will
Here's
46 look, even
You
if you
don't want to
don't
get
run it?
tired. You don't want to be
but
confused.
yeah, and Flus's problem is he believes in his system and his culture more than he does in the player. So pose two. So what they bought into, Diesel, is they'll draft you. You've been known for not being a great blitzer. You're great in coverage. You know what I mean? You're not a hard hitter, but they'll draft you and then say, we coach them up and make them blitz and get to the quarterback. No, you got to go out and get somebody who's got that natural inclination. It's a skill. It's a skill to all that. Just because you call it blitz doesn't
Listen,
mean he's
there's
going
a
to get there.
such thing as a dime package, a nickel package. These guys are on 3rd, 13, 14, 15. I still see 2 corners, 2 safeties, 3 linebackers on 3rd and long. Where's your dime pack? You should have more DBs, more corners out there. You
Yeah,
shouldn't have these big ass linebackers
they be having
chasing
Gordon.
after
No,
dudes.
no.
Yeah,
Gordon
really.
was out there. Gordon was all over the field.
Yeah,
Gordon
they're
was out there.
down most of the game because they
Yeah, they
take
were in
time.
nickel a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying a dime. They come out like 5 wide. They come out. Yeah, I'm seeing 2 slow linebackers still on the field.
Well, great point. You're right. But that's because they paid all these linebackers all this money and they brought them in here to do this. And you know what I mean?
That ain't gonna matter when you're trying to get the ball back on 3rd down, 3rd and
we're
long.
not getting
I don't
enough
care about all
production.
that money they got. Put another DB on that field to help cover, because the thing is, they dumping it low. The guy's running, and they can't get to him because they're too slow.
But these are more posed decisions. Go ahead, Ace. I expected more of these guys, but remember when we got them, I was asking y'all, who are these guys? Now, I know I don't watch the NFL, but I should know who these guys are just from watching highlights. We get these guys, and he's 25, he's in his prime. Who is he? Never heard of him. Go ahead, Ace.
Edmonds came from Buffalo, and he was decent in Buffalo, but he was decent in their scheme. But Buffalo hasn't won anything, so it is what it is. But I think they need to rotate their starting linebackers out of there. I mean, Edmonds is okay, but you got to get that African guy out there. Let him run around and try and snatch somebody's helmet.
3rd and long, I only want to see one.
Oh, Omar Amajabe?
Yeah. And Edwards, the other linebacker, he's steady. He's going to make tackles, but early in the game, the DBs and the cornerbacks and the safeties were leading the teams in tackles. I don't know how it ended at the end of the game. I have to look at the stat sheet, but your DBs were making most of the damn tackles, so that lets you know that your linebackers aren't doing anything. They're not controlling their gaps, and they're running through your defensive line like tissue paper.
If it's and 3rd and longer than 10.
But Diesel, you got to remember, we didn't have any safeties, bro. We were down 2 safeties, so maybe that's why
corners. Then put in corners. They can be corners or safeties in the packages.
Well, we do have 3 good corners, so you're right. And then you had Gordon. You're right about that.
Look, you should only have, in that case, you only have 1 linebacker on the field when it's 3rd and longer than 10, because these dudes can't cover these people.
Right.
And they're supposed to be in there to make the tackle when it's dumped short. They're not making the tackles.
No, I agree.
They're
not making the tackles.
But I expect him to be on the injury report for Thursday if he had a
game. Yeah. He'll be
on the Lions gonna
protocol.
Run all day on him for Thanksgiving. The Lions gonna run all day. Absolutely won't stop running.
Won't stop, can't stop.
Oh, hold on. Let me check the chat. All right, we got Moultrie in there. He said 3 and 14. He said includes the Titan game. He said Colored Williams should not be the leading rusher the last 2 weeks. He said the Bears led the league in red zone defense coming in today. The Bears led the league in 4th down conversing's. What were they having a conversation about it, Coach? He means conversions coming into today. And then he said, I don't believe in the stats. You think Ryan Post being an O lineman, you would think that the O line would be somewhat of a priority. Yes, and he worked under Andy Reid. We all said that. That was part of our happiness for getting a Ryan Post in here. He came in and said, let's get to work. He's wearing some Air Force Ones, walking in the snow, yapping already.
But even in Kansas City, they got the quarterback, and then they figured out, hey, we got to go get somebody to protect this guy. And once they found out they had a quarterback, a real generational quarterback, and Caleb is a good player, and I think they'll be okay. But the haul that they could have had last year is part of the process of taking the North and not giving it back. So,
Well, let me push back on that a little. I've been a Hall guy,
yeah,
and we want to get to Caleb. He's a clutch SOB.
He
There's
is.
hold on. There's some, we know how you feel. Let me just then I'm gonna let you respond. There's some things that he needs to be coached, and he'll learn. To your point,
yeah, it's
like the over celebration for the game time football. Like that's when, even if I'm coaching high school, Diesel, I'm coming over to you and I'm saying, man, kids, let's act like we've been there before. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a psychology to sports, and you don't want to give the other team nothing.
But
To
his coach can't tell him that because he's never been there before.
But come on, man, we all play, man. Like, come on, bro, come on. Jackie Robinson West hires coaches who, well, they've been there, but they haven't always been there before they had been there. Like,
Yeah,
you got to have a coach
we got a culture.
Yes.
But the Bears have a false culture of nice guys, and they got this Flus guy here who doesn't know what he's doing. He's never won in a game, and you can listen to Olin Cruz after these games when he's on his
Olin
radio show.
Cruz says his take isn't worth $15 an hour, according to the Bears family.
Olin Cruz said it took him a long time to learn how to win in the NFL, how to win games, and that's from the beginning of training camp to
The film room.
to playing the first quarter of the season, the middle of the season, and winning games at the end of the season. And this coach does not know anything about putting a team together that gets plays in preseason, and they're better when it gets to the end of the season, when it's time to win some damn real football games.
Imagine if you had somebody in your unit. Y'all would have put the soap in the sock and socked them at night, or whatever y'all call that. Like Cole Kmet, supposed to be a captain, one of the unit leaders, and then coming out there when the general's around or something like that, and big news media is there, and yeah, these guys ain't working hard enough. These guys, he actually said that a couple of weeks ago. There's moments, in practice and training camp, maybe we could be working harder. You guys, you know what I mean? That's on you. You call yourself the captain. That's on you.
Yeah, they're dropping balls in a damn divisional game.
Yeah, he definitely needs a blanket party. That's what they would do. That's what they give him a blanket party.
Oh, that's what they call it? The official term? Yeah. Yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah,
he deserves it. I'm a local kid. I'm tired of losing to the Packers. I know what this rivalry means.
Look, the quarterback position is solidified. He's shown the talent and promise that he has. He done thrown for more yards than any Bears rookie quarterback.
Listen, man. I listen.
So the quarterback position is solved. It's solved. You just need to get some people in there that know how to develop and help him continue to grow.
In my mind, if I was in charge and coaching Justin Fields, I'm just going to compare these quarterbacks. I think Justin could ultimately, be between a 15 to 20 quarterback in the league, mid-tier. Easily, I can see Caleb being top 5.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. It's some of them throws he makes, some of the instincts that he has.
Man.
He just needs a little honing. A little honing.
He rough behind the ears. Bro, he went out there in the national media, Ace, and talked about how he learned so much. How his confidence is built from all the experiences he had, bad and good. And every week the media would ask him, "Is your confidence waning? How was this game for your confidence?" He'd come out there every game. My confidence is always a big confidence. And then he'll go out there in the national media and be on, like A. Andrews. I won't say his whole name. You know what I mean? Always on. Those are the types of things, like you.
They want him to be depressed. It's like they want him to get depressed and down on his luck.
No, give those takes to the media, to the local media. Don't come out there. So either you were lying to our local media all year, or you were lying to the national media while you were painting your nails and they put the makeup on you before you came out there and talked to them. Those things are not good for the locker room, Diesel. He threw for over 380 yards today. Probably could have had 400. You know what I mean?
He'll mature.
Love the offensive coordinator.
Yeah. And he ain't turned the ball over 3 straight games.
Love the offensive coordinator.
Throwing for
he's
more yards as a rookie Bears QB than anybody in the
he th-
history of the Bears.
he throws that screen pass better than Justin because Justin blew a lot of screen passes. The balls are
He
getting
gets it
batted
out
down.
quick now. You see how fast he done at the start of the season, he wasn't throwing the screen as quick.
Yeah,
Now he's like, man, I ain't got time to be wasting. These dudes are, man, let me just get it out. Because remember, they were calling what? Lineman downfield. The first few games when we was because he was taking a little longer to get it out there. Nah, he's just, man,
Yeah.
but the Hall guys essentially were saying though he's still a rookie,
yes.
and the Hall guys were saying that this looked like another year or two without the playoffs, and that's painful as a
Nah,
Bears.
I don't think it's gonna be. I think next year,
Yeah,
if
but
we get, it's
we
all
we thought
depending
this
on who,
we
but
thought we
it's all
thought this
depending
year.
on who we get
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I predicted, but I also preach patience for this year because we got a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of new pieces. And, I didn't know how bad the damn offense coordinator was.
We didn't know Waldron was that gonna be this bad of a fit. We just didn't know. We didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought he would be over there shaking. I never saw him shaking in Seattle.
But with the right fit,
Yeah.
and the right head coach,
Yeah.
we easily could be at 7 wins.
Yeah. Oh,
as opposed to
Well, that's a good
our
segue.
record right now.
Let's unpack it. What would you guys say? What would you guys say? And give me a close up. Oh, my fault. Give me a close up here, Karen. We're gonna get a close up here. I'm gonna just state my case here. What would you say to the argument? All right, and it's becoming a sexy argument. You've got this kid Brown. You've heard it here on TATN first. I said it after last week. You got a guy who completely turned that thing around. You got players saying, yeah, the wide receivers are blocking. Oh, the way they were blocking in practice. This is week 11. My point is, for the development of said rookie, Caleb, all right, anything's a risk. You can bring in a new sexy head coach, and maybe Caleb doesn't fit a system, and then you got people starting to question Caleb after year 2, 3. Sound familiar? Like they did Justin. This was part of the whole Justin Fields argument, that they're going to do the same thing to Caleb that they did to Justin, but Caleb's a better talent. We all agree. The point I'm trying to get at here, and I'll wrap it up, is simply this: continuity. You're going to have this kid, he's got to learn a whole nother offense, going to bring in a new guy, and then you're going to bring another offensive coordinator who, if you look at the analytics, since everyone likes analytics, you bring in an offensive coordinator, it may not marry with Caleb. You had one guy say we're going to throw everything at him and we're going to make him captain and we're going to let him do everything and everything. And I realize that, he's a young man and he still needs to develop and let the men run the locker room. My argument for keeping Eberflus, and I'm on record as saying I probably won't watch another game as long as Eberflus is at the helm. Unless you promote Brown to head coach, you got to keep Eberflus because the next coach is going to come in there. He's going to have his own offensive coordinator. And Diesel, you just said it. The offense has not been the problem the last 2 weeks. Caleb is looking good. So that is my argument. It's been a sexy argument for keeping Eberflus. You have some consistency there. Maybe you guys can come. Karen, you can get them on. Maybe you have some consistency there and some continuity, and maybe you just get somebody there on the staff up in the booth that knows what's going on, has experience in the booth, in the war room, in the booth that can help with the 0 for 4 on with the game time decisions. Flus would just be like a figurehead, a nice guy around the locker room.
No, he must go. There's no ifs, no ands, no buts. He got to go. And it's real simple. If you feel that highly of this coordinator, you can keep the offensive coordinator and bring in another guy, although they may not like it, but they'll know that coming in. It's happened before. It's been done before where that person retains that position. Now you can build the rest of your staff around that. But it's happened before.
But you'd have to be bringing in a defensive guy at that point.
However you want.
And offensive guy's not going to come in there. And man, if I was an offensive guy, our system we ran at the hollow floors of Empty. You know what I mean? The continuity.
But
If
I'm
I
gonna give
came
you a
in,
perfect
I'm
example.
bringing in my offensive guy to insult, and we're going to run the triangle. Get this guy out of here. Colored who? Brown.
Uh,
I don't care about what he did the last
Jared
5 games.
Goff,
Meaningless
Jared
game.
Goff, as a rookie, he was like 0-7.
Yeah.
They was like he horrible. He's a bust. He's a bum. He's a this. Now Caleb ain't been a bum in or somewhere they saying like a bust,
He has
but
not.
but Jared Goff was like a bust until he got with McVay, and then look, his whole career turned around. He took the Rams to the Super Bowl.
Brown is a McVay disciple.
Yeah, I don't think
But that's my whole point is that he got a whole new coordinator and stuff after his first year,
yeah.
and all of that turned around. So it's not the end of the world.
But I know, I hear you. But he's got a new coordinator now, and all things seem to be turning around. Go ahead, Ace. I want to hear your take.
Well, you know we got a clean house.
If he got to go, he got to go too.
He got to go, man. Unfortunately, the move should have been made after last year. You get rid of Justin, you got rid of the whole offensive staff, and you keep the damn head coach because of what? Because the team was winning in spite of him. We had 3 damn games that could have got us into playoffs.
He said
because of him. He had to go last year, and they kept him last year. They had a chance to bring in Captain Comeback, Jim Harbaugh, anybody else, a couple other coaches, Dan Quinn, that are succeeding in the league this year, and they didn't do it. So now he's got to go, and everybody came with him. If you want to keep the colored in there, talk to the new coach and see what he feels, but everybody's got to go.
All right, but let me just answer your question.
Yeah.
You said, why did Poles do it? According to Poles, because of the run we went on at the end.
Yeah.
But he still got rid of Justin.
Yeah.
And he said because of the way he kept the team together, right? I'm just giving you the reasons he gave. Yeah. And he said he wanted to keep continuity, but he still got rid of Justin.
Yeah, he's a liar.
He said he liked the way the team. He said he liked the way the team rallied around Flus. But the team was the team probably rallying around Justin.
Then he should have kept Fields. If that was his reasoning, Fields should have still been there.
He misread the room
with the whole gang.
Yes.
It's a cap because of his previous relationship with Eberflus and the freaking agent, the same agent that you.
That's the whole reason. Trace Armstrong.
All right, so why don't we just make Brown the head coach? I'm saying if the offense keeps looking like this, it's a simple issue. You promote from within.
Fire him now. Say, Brown, you are head coach.
See what the coordinator can do if he can spark the damn defense to stop the damn run or get a little bit more exotic. And let's try. The season's over. We're not making the playoffs.
Playoffs
is about next year. If we can figure something out now for next year, let's go at it and get rid of Eberflus tomorrow.
Yes. That's the ideal situation of how you work this particular issue that we got right now. Because if the end of the season, if that coordinator got to go, because you got to bring in somebody who and they want to bring in it, then he got to go. But
and Brown's going to end up in the Raiders, and he's going to do a heck of a job.
However it may be. But if you really want to give him a chance, fire Flus.
You're right. I agree with that.
Put him as the interim head coach. And you can move somebody from the defensive staff up into the D coordinator. Yeah. Go from there.
Well, Washington. We got Washington. Let him make the game day calls. Right.
Let him call the plays because Eberflus is calling the game. He's the D coordinator, but he don't mean nothing. Flus is calling all this.
Right. But I'm saying we got to promote Washington. You let Washington call it. You let him get his debut as well. Game day calling. Because like they said,
Matt Base Flus. That's his name. The Base Flus. That's all he base. That's all he calls the whole freaking game. You can get anybody to do that. You can get Lance Briggs to come in and just call a base defense the whole damn game.
Lance Briggs would call that defense way better than Flus.
Yeah. He would.
And those players wouldn't be missing tackles. I'm telling you, man. they wouldn't be playing.
They wouldn't be missing their gaps. They wouldn't be letting these guys
No,
just run up through the damn gaps and run
no.
right where the damn linebackers are supposed to be. That wouldn't be happening if Lance Briggs was out there.
Man, I saw Edmonds getting grabbed by that tight end, and he's just sitting there taking it. Just sitting there taking. He ain't flattening his arms or nothing. He's
Like
just sitting there
do
like it's
they
legal.
do, turn
Yeah.
and flop
Yeah.
and wail your arms.
Yeah.
You're not going to make a tackle.
You're not gonna make a play. Yeah.
Make it obvious that he's holding you. Or just go up in the middle under his damn face mask and hit him in the throat.
Man.
What's going on with football nowadays?
Man.
I don't know, man. These guys just some of them are cut from a funny type of cloth. than the players of old.
Coach said Eberflus has 2 more years on his contract. He said he'll be back next season. That is how the Bears get out.
He'll never see the light of day of them extra 2 years. Coaches never see them whole contracts out. It don't matter how much they have on the contract. We know the Bears.
We talking about the McCaskey family.
Yeah, we know they're a different breed.
And Wordsmith came out there on the Self Love show, insinuating that the Hallis McCaskey family hasn't been traditionally cheap.
The hell if they haven't. They right up there at the bottom of the barrel. Why they can't pay for the stadium that they want to get all these improvements for?
They haven't, as far as the players have been concerned. Now, everything else, they've been pretty damn cheap. They've just made bad decisions.
We lost Urlacher over $1 million. We lost Justin Fields over $10 million, less than $5 million.
Those are just bad decisions.
Lovie Smith was being underpaid after just going to the playoffs. More defensive coordinators
because he was colored. That's all that was.
Yeah, Dicker was underpaid when he. I'm just saying, bro. All right, well, maybe I'm wrong on this.
Well, you're looking at a family business, so they're looking at every just like Papa Bear was looking at every dollar as a manhole cover. They don't work. They never worked in their damn lives. So every dollar that is being spent on the team that they see is coming out of their damn pockets.
Which leads to them being cheap.
The
Bears traditionally have not really.
They just made bad decisions.
Bro, like you think Ryan Poles didn't go to Warren and say, look, man, this is my thing. We can have this dude that's at the Ravens running back. We can have Saquon Barkley, and here's the money. And you don't think people they got it all figured out. And at some point, Diesel, when you're working for the organization, you be realizing
cheap is not re-signing David Montgomery for little or nothing and whatever been able to keep him.
And Poles can't be that stupid. And if he is, he should be gone. I think
we've seen them sign some backup quarterbacks that wasn't worth like nothing that they should have gave them. Remember the dude they gave him like $10 million for Glennon? What did they pay him?
How about
$20 million for a couple of years? Man, it was ridiculous.
What's the running back's name that ran for 200 yards in like 8 games and ran for 200 yards a game against the Packers and we let him go? You mentioned him last week, Ace. The running back for the Bears.
That we used to have.
Lost in the free agency. Thomas Brown? It wasn't Thomas Brown.
Thomas Jones?
Thomas Jones, bro. They didn't want to pay him.
No, he was under contract. The problem was they drafted Cedric Benson and they told Thomas Jones he wasn't special. And Cedric Benson was going to be our special back.
But you know why? Because rookies are cheaper than special backs.
Yeah. Now, at some point, sometimes it does come down to like, hey, well, if we're going to draft this position with a real good player, then we can let this guy go. But David Montgomery's case,
and we don't have to pay him the money that he's going to need.
But David Montgomery's case, you didn't draft a person to replace him. You go and sign a free agent and paid him for like a 1 season, 2 season, basically what you could have gave to this guy who already been there. No
Montgomery is $7 million back when he was a free agent, and then you come back and get this guy $8 million, and he goes down every time somebody blows on him. Come on, man.
And he was the captain of your team, and he was a locker room favorite. There's certain things you do that gut the locker room. Yeah. And then they think these are just numbers in their analytics. Like if you come into a locker room, and I'm like, man, that whole locker room is following Ace and Diesel. And they're doing everything we're asking. And actually, we drafted these guys. They're not getting in any trouble. There's no shenanigans. And all they're asking for is what they're worth.
Yeah.
And we're letting them go. And then the next team picks them up like that. What our players don't be available for no time, bro. And then they're starting. Roquan's lead the league in tackling again.
Yeah.
And we're watching people miss tackles. Go ahead, Ace.
It's just bad decisions. You know, anytime a new guy comes in, he wants his guys. He wants to structure the team around his guys, and ownership has to back this guy because this is the Pookie that they hired to fix the problems. But you know, they throw the baby out with the bathwater. They figure, you know, we get rid of Khalil Mack because he got a huge contract. Okay, that's cool. But you know, Roquan was still young, and the money you're giving him, you pretty much gave to the same guy, and it's a guy you didn't damn draft. So it's just bad decisions for the Bears, and it's followed by more bad decisions. And a bad decision not to fire Flus last year is going to lead to us having a new coach next year and Caleb learning a new system. And I understand you want Brown to take over the job and be the head coach for the Bears, but unfortunately, it might not come down to that because Flus has got to go. And if they don't get rid of him now, it's going to be at the end of the season. And this new coach coming in is probably going to want to bring in his own guy, and you can't blame him.
Let me ask you this. What are the odds? I've seen Caleb do it, and I love that moxie and that confidence. It's 4th and 4, it's 4th and 5. You know, let's go for it. Let's go for it. What are the odds? Because I've seen Jim McMahon trying to tell Mike Dicker he wants to go for it.
Get off the field, son of a bitch.
And be cussing him out on the sideline. Yeah. I mean, like Flus has to protect Caleb from Caleb, bro. And that offense coordinator looked really upset after that play. I don't know if he was upset. He showed emotion. I don't know if he was upset because Caleb missed the throw or if he was upset because Flus didn't kick the field goal, bro.
Well, I don't like the call that he actually called for that play because the whole game, I didn't see them throw a slant the whole game. Like the whole game, there were like no slants. You got 3
You've been
good
asking for
receivers.
slants for 4 seasons, and we
they
were
don't
blaming
want them.
JF1. I don't know what's going on.
I don't think
They won't call them. They won't call them. And he called like a play. It was like an out. So even if Keenan had caught that, he would have still had to turn forward to have enough for the first down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish he would have had a different play call. I don't have no problem with him going for that on that play. Just make a better play call.
You just hope your 13-year vet, you know, does what he has to do to get to that ball. It was, the throw was off, but yeah.
Yeah, Caleb. The only knock on this game, he still has moments where he held that ball longer than Justin Fields one time, man. Overtime, like fuck.
Oh yeah, he was holding. But if you notice on that play from when he was holding, I could tell all them patterns were down the field.
Okay,
you could just tell there was nothing.
You know how many times?
Patterns.
You know how many times that happened when Darnold was back there holding the ball, and then he'll roll out and do what, Ace? Throw the ball away. You got to roll out and throw the ball away.
Well,
but it took him some years to learn that.
Yeah, he'll keep learning.
A couple teams and a few coordinators, and it took him some time.
Hey man, he was back there about 7 seconds, man. He started and he moved, and at some point, bro, at Ray School, I'm gone. These guys ain't open. This play is busted. You just got to get what you can, and just man.
Well, he could have ran and got like 5 yards, down, but just don't take a loss.
You can't take a sack.
A sack in overtime.
You got the ball, and you know the next time the next team can win the game on a field goal. No,
it's a momentum killer.
Yeah.
A sack is always a momentum killer.
But even then, we punt it. They get the ball 3rd and 13.
With the back,
3rd and 13, man. And
come on, man. When the hell you gonna?
and they were kind of pinned back too. So if they hold them, the chances of the Bears winning that game was probably at 60 to 70% when they got the ball back from them. But you can't freaking stop them on 3rd downs because you keep calling the same freaking base play every freaking 3rd down. Oh,
Never any threat of any run. I never feel like there's a threat of a run.
or a blitz.
Did you see the heavy jumbo package though? I don't wish nobody to be injured, but when Cole Kmet went out, I was kind of happy, man.
When he came in, bumped him right in the back of his motherfucker.
Yeah,
Not the way I'm scoring a touchdown, you son of a.
they had a heavy jumbo play, gave it to Roshan, man. He walked in the end zone.
Why
Why
don't
don't
they rush on the ball? I'm trying to figure out if you're going to run between the tackles with a guy that falls down as soon as he gets touched. Why don't you put your power back out there and make something happen?
Yeah, and how about this? How come on 3rd and 1? It's like our tush push. That play is like our tush push. It's never failed when we just get, we get at least 2 yards out of it. Why
Yeah,
don't we use it? We don't have to just use that on the goal line. There's nothing stopping us from, coming out there on the 50-yard line and putting that heavy
that's
jumbo
a
in
push
there.
push play. Just run it. I mean, it's 100% on the goal line with the damn play. Can he be 100% on 3rd down running that same damn play?
Man, then you could play action off of it, you know what I'm saying, and start doing that because that's a little bit of an identity for this team. But let's get into the positives. Caleb was a positive.
Yeah,
Yeah, the receivers were catching the ball. Offense looked decent, man. They put up 27 points. Diesel had the Bears scoring 26. He said 26-20 Bears. Ace, you said 24-21 Bears. I said 30-20 Bears. So any other positives that stands out?
yeah, it was tough to find positives. Besides,
Yeah, other than they spread the ball, a lot of people were getting touches on offense. It seemed like all of the players on offense, except for the tight ends, were really into the game.
yeah. Now
Yes.
let's see what Kokerman has to say on his podcast this week about dropping the damn ball when they needed our $50 million tight end catching the ball. Let's see what he has to say this week. I'm sure it'd be pretty damn quiet. Oh yeah,
No, he won't. He's gonna
I
be up
get
there
ready for the
yapping.
Lions game. Is that
Yeah.
game here?
It's
Yeah.
no, it's in Detroit.
No, that's in Detroit.
You know, it's a traditional thing. It's Thanksgiving, bro.
No, we
Yeah.
played 3 in a row. We played
No, Thanksgiving, bro.
Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah. Thanksgiving is late this
Oh, I
year.
said they're gonna run all day on the Bears. With that line against this sorry run defense.
Oh, they're gonna have some trick plays. They want to embarrass Eberflus out of the league. If Eberflus gets embarrassed that game,
on Turkey Day.
yeah, because they might not fire him now because it's a short week. Gotta get the guys back together. Short week. Got to prepare for the Lions. Look at the tape.
Gotta look at the tape, look at the film, see where we went wrong.
Our
Same places you've been going wrong all fucking season. You're calling this base ass defense. Did you see that? Did you see that each of them weeks? All of the weeks? When you go and review the tape and see my base, and I see that the guys, my linebackers, are standing in the same place every play. Of course they're gonna be able to run the ball. They know where your guys are every down. They do the same thing. Repetition. Yeah.
Yeah, this was the 3rd game. Okay.
Yeah, field goals don't win games. This is this guy. And it's ironic. Ever since he made that statement, bro, we've been getting murdered. Like the gods have been punishing him for just saying that, bro.
And our field goals are suspect now.
Correct. Yeah. Correct.
It's like he put a hex on our field goals.
Yeah. Field goals don't win games. You saying that as a Bear coach. It's supposed to be defensive minded, ball control, complimentary football. You know, if Caleb would have felt good if you'd have kicked that field goal. You know what I mean? Then you're on the sideline. Now he has to go off the field because you didn't make it. Same thing like that 2-point conversion. Why are you? He is Buzz Killington. Eberflus is a buzzkill.
Analytics said it's 50-50 either way. Man, kick the damn extra point.
Correct.
It's a division game. It's not an analytics game. It's a division game.
Hey, I'm gonna give him credit.
And get your field goal team some practice, Ace, on the closer. Get them some. I would have gave him another rep too. Got to get him some reps. Go ahead, DJ.
Now I was actually not that I wanted it because I was just like, I was like, what the hell are you doing? Fuck them analytics. Kick it, make a 7-point game.
Yes,
but I liked if you watch the replay. So when they missed that 2-point conversion, when he threw it and it kind of went over here.
Yeah.
what's his name was coming across. If you just waited a half a second longer, he was coming across the back of the end zone wide open.
More.
Yeah. And then the
Oh,
next time we were down there, they
that's
ran the
a,
same play, and that's where
Yeah.
he was actually covered a little bit more because I'm sure they went back and seen the tape like, hey man, you better cover him. This dude was open.
yeah.
And even when he did, he was still open and he got it to him. So I like how
Well,
they showed Caleb on the sideline,
well,
like showing them the play.
I hope it was DJ who came over and said, "Look, you smug SOB. I'm not running around here for my health. You keep throwing the ball over there to your little bum buddy, all the time." But he got grabbed on the play. But still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I thought he had enough wiggle where he can't even be getting grabbed like that for all these years in the
It
league.
doesn't matter. They're not going to call it. You're the
They're
best.
not gonna call it. We the Bears.
Yeah.
But I liked how I think he was with DJ.
That's
When
probably
he
what
was
the
over
ref
there
told
with
him. You don't get
the
those calls
etch a
no more. You're
sketch
wearing
of
a
the
Bears
computer.
uniform. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Diesel?
I think he was talking to it was him,
Yeah.
DJ, I think the
Yeah.
coordinator, one of them, and he was like looking at that play because
Yeah.
I seen it on TV. I was like, man, dude was open. If you waited like a half a second longer and looked middle, it was right there. And he came back to it. It worked. So
All right, let's do our grades. Grade the officiating.
F.
I'm gonna say a D
F.
minus.
I'm
D
going with
minus. D minus.
Okay, grade the Bears offense.
I give him
I'll
a
give
B.
him a B plus.
Man, they had a lot of penalties. They shot themselves in the foot. The drops, those drops, timely drops.
Make it just a B. Make it a B.
I give him a B.
Because the drops and the penalties that cause them to
The
put themselves in drives.
The alligator arms, they don't be trying to make. You're supposed to be donating your body for that rookie, bro. That's what they signed up for.
That's why you have to keep money.
Yeah. That's why you got the big money.
Saquon would be out there with the alligator arms?
No. And hey, they talked about Saquon, Diesel. They said Saquon be in that locker room, bro. They say he's a man in that locker room. They say he be rallying Philadelphia, bro. He's not in there, character guy. You know what I mean? No. Yeah, he's a dog. All right. Defense. Let's grade the defense.
I give him a C.
They went up against a good offense, man.
No, man, D minus, bro.
They did good on Jefferson.
They couldn't stop the run. Okay. They ran, and if they wanted to keep running, they would have still be running until the evening game. Okay. So I'm gonna give them a D minus. They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop them on third downs, right? The drives that they stopped were like insignificant drives that just so happened to turn into significant drives for whatever reason. But those are like drives that when the game's out of reach and you ain't really calling your best plays on offense against them, and the Bears end up stopping them, and then it turned into what it turned into. But for the most part, any significant third downs, they could not get off the field. No, you're not getting a pass on that.
They weren't dominant. And they ended up giving up, 30 at home?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he threw for 300.
They're regressing every year.
And he's been sucking. He's been sucking the past few weeks. Teams been picking him off left and right. He's been sucking the quarterback for the Vikings.
Sam Darnold.
Oh yeah, I know. But
yeah, he's been horrible. And
this guy
all of a sudden he plays the Bears and
the receiver has a career game. How many times do you see that? Some bum comes in Soldier Field and has a career game. This has been going on pre-Flus. They need to get a new stadium. They gotta get out of there, man.
It's cursed.
Yeah, man, it's cursed, bro. It's cursed. All right, so defense. I'm saying you convinced me. Yeah, I give him a D. Special teams, bro.
F.
F.
Yeah, we shouldn't even have to talk. We shouldn't even be discussing special teams. If you got to ask a question, then it's an F. So I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Quarterback play. Caleb.
I give him a A+.
Yeah, that kid showed some moxie, man.
Yeah.
He ain't turning the ball over. Occasionally he's holding it too long.
Hey, but he ain't taking them big hit. He ain't taking them big hits no more.
Yeah.
No.
He learned how to slide when he does scramble.
And he
quarterback.
knows how to run for the first down because he knows his team might not get another chance. You know what I mean? He don't slide early no more. Like, oh, this is college. We'll get it on the next play.
Nah, get that first down. Stroud told him to stop taking those hits. And you'll see later on, probably tomorrow in the media, that the Vikings coach had a elongated talk with him after the
Oh,
game.
yeah. He sat there and listened to the pink man.
Yeah.
But he pulled away from Stroud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he was trying to coach him up and
Tampering. If I'm the Bears organization, I'm telling him, get away from my quarterback. I don't know what you're telling him. You could be poisoning his mind with nonsense. I'm telling you, bro.
This guy's going to be gone soon. So, stay confident and, you're a good player. That's probably what he's telling.
It shows the lack of respect for Eberflus as a coach. That somebody would grab your quarterback and talk to him for it.
Because you rarely see that
never seen it.
Coach talking to the starting quarterback.
Coaching up another team's rookie.
Yeah.
But that could be how special. He sees a lot of special in him. And
a lot of people see that in Caleb, and unfortunately, fortunately, they don't see Flus being here for an elongated period of time. They probably just, just do what you got to do to develop as a player.
Yeah.
And, whatever situation you're in next year, I'm sure it'll be better for you and for your organization.
Your coach is a lame. If I'm Caleb, I'll come out there and be like, he told me the coach is a lame duck. He told me we working to get you over here. He told me the Bears organization suck, and what you got to do is don't sign, hold out third year, and I got you. You know what I mean? What you whispering to my quarterback for, man? Like, come on, man. That's tampering, bro. You're not helping. He has no reason to help us. He's in the same division. All right.
He's a football coach.
Yeah, okay. Overall, great for that performance you saw out there. They showed some moxie, man. They gave me hope.
I give him a C.
C plus overall.
I give him a C.
I'll meet y'all in the middle. They lost the game. Diesel. I was almost going to say B, but yeah, C. I can't go higher than C because they lost the game.
Yeah, they lost. I mean,
the defense stinks.
Stop one third down, man, when it matters. When it really matters, stop one third down, man. Just one.
The Bears could break your heart multiple times in one game, man. It's amazing. And they say the big blow for the
we lost the game.
Yeah. All right. So who's going to be Flus's scapegoat of the week? And then who's your scapegoat of the week? I'm blaming that punt returner. Y'all would have blamed Bayless, and so I'm on this guy.
Flus's scapegoat of the week. I met his dad in Washington when they lost the game. DeAndre Carter would be Flus's scapegoat of the week, as well as the entire special teams.
Yeah, got to hold on to the ball. Most important thing in the NFL
game.
You
get out of the way. If you're yelling fire, get away from the ball, why the hell are you just standing there?
Because he wasn't coached to get away from the ball, and they're coaching kids like that in bitty football at the Snoop Dogg League. The Snoop Dogg League, they know this.
He knows that. He was yelling fire, get away from the ball. The ball, I'm not catching the ball, fire. But he just stood there and let the ball run, bounce into his legs. So that's just a mental error, and we've seen a lot of mental errors this season. Coach.
All right. Who's Flus going to scapegoat Diesel, and who's your scapegoat of the week? You always say, don't be the reason you lost the game. Don't be that guy somebody could point the finger at. Who's that guy this week? Sounds like he's saying Jalen Johnson.
He's going to look in the. He's going to look
down though. He's going
to look in the mirror, and he's going to end up blaming himself. That's who he's going to do. Blame himself.
Eberflus?
Yes. He's the own scapegoat of the week because he's going to see his mirror image and say, man, I can't stop these people on third down.
What about the COVID one? Give them, but won't see us right. Drug music really influenced back blaming myself.
Look at the men in the
blaming myself. I'm back blaming myself.
He thinks he's going to get that from Eberflus?
No.
Blame himself. I can't get out of my base. Right? He's stuck on his base in every situation possible.
No way.
Blame himself.
Well, Mike Tomlin blames himself after every loss. He'll say the offensive line's got to be better, but that's on me to coach that. You know what I mean? So it's
He's a
something we're
coach.
not doing. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. He don't throw his players under the bus like that. He never throws his
Don't
players.
have a coach.
Yeah, well.
And when they lose, though, it's never seen the same way as how these Bears lose.
No.
All these other teams, when they lose, if you look,
They
ain't
lose
none of them
like
got no special records. They all got 3, 4, 5 losses.
but they lose like men.
Yeah, the Bears
Yeah.
losing is just like soft incompetence.
Yes, yes,
Like-
yes, yes.
Mentally, they wasn't prepared. Mentally.
And Flus was supposed to be this disciplinarian guy that was gonna
his principle.
coach the players up and not have this incompetence. And all we've seen is incompetence week after week.
What is the Hitch principle again?
Nobody cares. I mean, I never remembered it because it was stupid when I heard it. All right. Who's your game MVP? It's tough in a loss, but you know.
Gotta go with Caleb.
Gotta go with Caleb, man.
Yeah.
DJ would be a close runner up. DJ was balling, boy. I'm like, why don't they get him the ball more?
I don't know.
He and Keenan both had a lot of catches.
Keenan was just catching the ball and falling. DJ was catching the ball, making people miss, breaking tackles. You know what I mean? It was just.
You gotta get him the ball.
Yeah, you gotta give him the ball. He was making.
To show him the film from last year. Like, look, this is a guy, and this guy couldn't even throw him the ball. You got to get him the ball.
Team MVP. Oh, and Sweat. It was good to have Sweat back. You know what I mean? Sweat was back.
He's been hurt, man. That dude's been hurt because there's no reason for him to be that invisible in the games. So and he not gonna come out and say it because that's how guys like that are.
Yeah.
I think his ankle is bad, but somebody can step up, man.
They just not though, man.
Help
him out. Help him out. Show like you gonna have people coming in.
Why doesn't Dexter put his hands up on every play? I tell him, look, kid, you're big, you're poor, you're stupid. You're not getting any penetration on pass plays. So I need you to do is
big ass.
He don't even put his just put your hands up, you doofus. That's why.
If this 6'1" quarterback can get it over your head, damn it. He just got it over your head.
Yeah.
You got to change the arm angle. Whatever you do, and if you got your hands up, you're going to affect the pass.
Bro, they be throwing the ball right over, and then when they go over, he'll put his hands up after they go over his head. I'd be like, you 8 yards from the quarterback. You double team. Just like just started. Yeah.
He's coaching.
Who's your team MVP so far this year? We talk a lot about the rookie. I was saying Jalen Johnson. Bro, y'all on him, man, but we did a good job on Jefferson overall.
He did do his other than a couple of pass interferences. He only caught like 1 or 2 balls.
Yeah. He only had 5 targets. The other guy was wide open. That's why they kept throwing him the damn ball.
Yeah, he caught like 1 or 2 balls, but
who are you going to throw to? The guy that's double team, or this guy that's wide open the whole damn game? I'm throwing to the wide open guy.
But again, I think it's them suspect linebackers that can't play no coverage. You keep seeing a tight end coming across either way, catching balls on crucial downs, or the off receiver, Vernon Stevenson. You know,
could it be possible that Caleb's the team MVP so far this season?
He's got to be. I mean,
he got to be because ain't nobody else. Who else is there?
He brings them back week after week and has them in a position.
He got us in a position to try to win.
And closing out halves. What was that, Ace? You mentioned Justin. We don't want to talk about him. It's
just how just JF1 used to do, but JF1 couldn't close it out. But he brings the team back and have them in position to win. JF1 might have a turnover or a fumble, and maybe the defense will pick them up last year as opposed to this year. But they were a lot less smug last year. They were playing ball last year, and now after Justin left, they're counting on the talent of our generational quarterback, and he does it in the second half. In the fourth quarter, he's there. He's playing ball, but you got to build the team around him.
You was probably traveling. But there was a moment with Justin. It took Justin season half, 2 seasons to get there.
Yeah.
But we were down 2 scores. Caleb had the ball, and he was in that huddle, and he had command of it. Nobody else believed. He was trying to talk up DJ Moore on the sidelines after they was down.
Yeah.
And when he was in a huddle, he had a fire in his eyes. I'm looking at him like, he's delusional. I'm like, this kid's crazy.
You're like, it's over. It's
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
Just
2 minutes left. Because I left home when it was 2 minutes left.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
yeah.
just kicked the field goal.
Bro,
but they went right down that field,
he
scored,
became a captain. He became a captain that game.
and then they was like, okay, let's see how this onside kick go. And I knew when the dude kicked it short, because it didn't go 10 yards. I was like, they teach the opposing team, those frontline guys on defense, to just block. They're going to let the guys behind you catch it. And it just hit one of them in the leg. It was like perfect because it was short. They not looking down. They just blocking. Bounced on his leg. We get it. I was like, hey, man,
I knew
we got
we were
a
going to
chance
get
here.
it. I knew
we got a chance.
Flus was due for one Shamrock. Oh, Flus, if he could just get a break. But he still blew it.
That
You
could
know
be
what I
Hard
mean?
Knocks again next year, and then we could talk about this for the
Oh, and this is the Hard Knocks effect, though.
Yeah.
Too much yapping. Players get to know your personality. They be sitting there watching and like, this guy, I thought he was tough. This guy's he's soft. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get our predictions, man. Ace, we're 5-6.
Oh, yeah.
Diesel's 3-3.
All right.
Let's get
Next
our predictions. Thanksgiving Day, bro.
I'm going with the Lions.
34-20.
Unless Flus is fired tonight, I'm going with the Lions. And if he's fired tonight, then I'll come back and I'll make a repick. But
no, that's fair. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do with Flus, and I hope we're listening, polls. With Flus, we're gonna do our predictions with Flus at the helm. You said the Bears are gonna score what, Ace?
Bears will score 24. The Lions will score 31.
All right, Diesel, if Flus is still coaching, which he probably will in a short week.
34-20 Detroit.
Okay, so you got Bears 20. And you got the Lions. You said 31? They're going to be pulling out.
34-20.
Boy, they're going to be pulling out trick plays. They're going to have the Montgomery packages. Boy, Montgomery scored a nice TD today, too. They're getting them ready for the Bears. They're about to. With Flus, this doesn't look good. We're not even winning the trap games, man. This guy just.
Now, hate to
Bears. Go ahead.
hate to listen to those cocksuckies that say we're not going to win any more games, but I just looked at the damn schedule and oh boy, it ain't looking good. Unless they got to get rid of this guy.
Because we in these games, man, to the final tick, but it's just like with an incompetence, you're not going to overcome it.
He doesn't know how to win an NFL game, so they win in spite of him, which they did last year. But they gotta. I don't.
Every game we won this year was in spite of him.
Yeah.
So I got 21-28 Lions.
All right.
So what about new coach? Flus is gone. We got whoever their name is in interim. They can have Diesel back there with their headsets on. I would hire Ty. Big ups Ty. You know what I mean? Put him back there. He'd have him fired up. Be telling stories about Gately Stadium. You know what I mean? On the hallowed grounds of Gately Stadium in the winter. Concrete. We were playing on concrete. We bled.
Covered with a rug.
All right, Ace, who you got?
New coach, I'll go Bears 27-24.
Yeah, all right. Bears 27. You just think Flus is that dumb, huh?
I know he's that dumb. He's shown it time after time. He's shown that he hasn't learned how to take a team from the beginning of the season to have them winning at the end of the season. I know the football season is a marathon, it's not a sprint, but he doesn't set his team up to make it through that marathon. He talks that one game at a time crap, and we went in the first quarter crap, but he doesn't know how to win NFL games. And if he just on analytics and hoping we do this and hoping we do that, that's not going to build your team to be a playoff team in the future. And if you're not out there trying to be a playoff team, what the hell are you out there doing? So, yeah, I don't have no confidence in Eberflus.
He can't even pick an offensive coordinator, bro.
Yeah.
All right, Diesel, give me your score. New coach is named.
30, 34-20. It ain't changing. It's gonna be the same thing. The Lions is gonna run all day till the running is done.
Wow, he's consistent. 34-20. New coach. Because I probably won't watch this game. It's gonna be Thanksgiving. I know I'm gonna watch it. And the Bears family, they know I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
They know I'm gonna tune in. That's why they can put this product out there like that. We can serve these guys poop year after year and they're gonna celebrate. All right, I'm going with new coach. Bears 28. Because they're still the Lions at the end of the day, and the Lions are going to lion. You want to crown them. They haven't won anything. They come out these fancy plays, naming this coach this, that, and the other. You guys want to crown the Lions. You're going at the end of the day, they're still the Los Angeles Clippers.
They are who we thought they were.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they're still the Los Angeles Clippers. You still got pick six, Jared Goff, pick six. I might even change my, you know what?
No, the only thing that they do that's suspect is the damn coach. He's a buffoon at time. Not taking
28-24 Bears with or without Flus. With or without Flus. Go ahead though. You were saying, bro?
Yeah, he's a
I'm
buffoon. Today I seen him going for a fourth down. He had 3 points, and they don't get it. They get stopped. I'm like, dude, that is gonna caught up with you last year in the NFC Championship doing that stuff. So, he's gonna be sticking his own sword in his own butt by stuff like that. You take the 3 points, your kicker can kick from 60 yards.
Yeah.
And you just like, it don't matter if it's 4th and 3, 4, 7.
And look, when you run the score up against the league, the coaching is a fraternity. When you go out there and you run it junk plays and you know what I mean? Eventually the other coaches, like, you ain't gonna catch no break. You know what I mean? Because if I'm the other coach, I'm like, man, we can't get behind. It's bulletin board material. I'll be showing my team, look what these SOBs do when they get a lead.
Try and ram it right up.
Yeah. They're going to try to embarrass you. So go ahead with your final words, Diesel, and anything else you had to say, and then Ace, you next.
Nah, man, I'm just so mad with this coach, the head coach, man. I just can't do no more with him. He's pretty much done, like the turkey that's already in the oven.
Big ups to all the turkeys. Big ups to the turkeys out there. And don't disrespect the turkeys out there.
Well, I mean, put him on the thing and roll him around like a rotisserie because he's done. I don't want nothing else to do with him. I'm tired of seeing the same thing. Base. I can't take it no more. I'm sick of Flus. I'm almost to the point where if they're on defense, I don't want to watch it. It used to be I didn't want to watch them when they were on offense just because they were so bad and so basic. Now it's like when they're on defense, I want to turn the channel.
Yeah,
he
came around and he came around preaching discipline and no turnovers, and we got the most penalties in the league almost.
Can't stop. You got to stop one or the other. If you can't stop the run, and then you can't stop the pass on 3rd down, what good are you? What absolute good are you? So I'm turning. I'll tell you this. I'm turning the TV. The first series that they have on defense, if they get to a 3rd down and it's a 3rd and long, and I watch it and they give it and let them get the 1st down, from that point forward, I'm not watching them on defense. I only watch them on offense. I'm turning the channel.
Question: if the new coach says, let's say they hire Brown, or let's say they get a Harbaugh, whatever, a fantasy coach. If just a question for you, and Ace, I want you to answer it on your final words. If this new coach says, hey, I want to keep Eberflus as the defensive coordinator, are you okay with that? Because he's a defensive genius, according to all our media pundits.
They ain't gonna happen. They ain't gonna keep him. That's impossible. Because he's not gonna take a demotion and try to take orders from somebody else on the same team. So that ain't gonna happen. So I ain't worried
But
about
do
that.
you like his coaching skills enough where you would be okay if the head coach came in and demanded to keep Eberflus as
Absolutely not. And I'm gonna tell you why. You can go back to last season, he was doing the same thing. Games where we were kind of competitive and in those games, and the teams will start scoring, or they couldn't stop them on third downs in the second half. Same defense, pretty much, right? Man, it's the same thing, man. It's a soft defense. No, he's gotta go.
Same
It,
defense, but they had less talent and they had another year of development, and they're still doing the same
Still
stuff.
doing the same things. He got to go. It's period in. Period in. And Poles can get his ass in the oven too and get baked and rotisserie him too, because he keeps standing by this dude because his previous ties to him. So nope. If
So
he
the only
wants
way
to,
Poles can save his job is by firing Eberflus.
yeah, if he wants to vouch for him, then you go with him. That's your man. That's your man. You vouching for him. It's just like in the when a family, you a made guy. He said,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
you vouching for this guy?
yeah.
Because if he does anything wrong,
It's on
I'm
you.
holding you accountable.
You know, I bring a stranger to your house and he steals your cash you had in your back room. That's my fault.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, nah, it's not on him. It's on you. You brought this dude over here.
You vouch for him.
So yeah, nah, both of them got to. If he can't get rid of this guy, then he got to go with him, and we'll move forward without him. That's simple. That's simple. I'm out, y'all. I'm out.
Great final words. Bear down. Can we get an FGB out of you before you go?
Nah, man, I ain't doing that stuff, man. F base flus. That's what I'm saying. Now, get him out of here.
Sound like a winner.
Eber base. All right, Ace. So yeah, would you be okay with that if you're Poles and you get you a great head coach and he says, I want to keep Flus calling the defensive plays and then go into your final word?
No. If you get you a head coach, he's going to want it. I believe he should want his own coaches in there, guys coaching with him, guys he trusts to go to war with them. And how can you trust the last head coach who is going to take a demotion to be your defensive coordinator? No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Sorry, Eberflus. You can. I don't know if any of these other coaches are in the damn Trace Armstrong tree that are available in the upcoming off season. Hopefully, it doesn't come down to that, but we find us a head coach that can lead us back to prominence in our division and in the playoffs. The entire division won again today, except for us because we were playing a division team. So Flus has got to go. I would hope it would be this week or tonight at the latest on Thanksgiving Day so we can get started on the next season. There's no reason to keep this going when you know you're going to fire this guy at the end of the year. And if you're not going to fire him at the end of the year, I think Kevin Warren should step in and get rid of this general manager, Poles, and the coach and everybody underneath him so we can start getting on.
Kevin Warren's too busy buying steaks for public officials.
Well, that's his job to get this new stadium built. But unfortunately, his job is also to be the president of the Chicago Bears organization football club. And if Poles is so enamored or so in tune or so beholden to the Trace Armstrong agent tree that he's not willing to get rid of his coach, then he needs to go too. He's made a lot of mistakes as far as personnel decisions. He's lucked up with the Caleb Williams and the #1 draft pick from Carolina thing and DJ Moore, but he's made a lot of decisions that, I don't agree with.
Yeah, he cuts and trades captains, people you name captains and leaders of locker rooms. He has no respect for them.
He has no and maybe because he never played on the NFL roster, he has no respect for the captains of the team who, were okay with him getting cut.
He probably doesn't like the dogs because he probably got bullied in the locker room.
Whoever he likes, he doesn't have the culture here to win. And it starts with the head coach. It goes down to your captains, who are normally your dogs, your players of the team that's going to run the organization into the playoffs and toward the Super Bowl. And so he would have to go if Eberflus was his choice going into next season as head coach. I think he needs to be fired immediately. That's my take on it. Just like I thought Justin should have stayed. And you're talking about taking the North and
never giving it back.
Yeah, we need the players to do that, and we didn't have them.
We need dogs. We need bears.
Yeah, and the quarterback situation, I appreciate the upgrade there, but it's going to take time. And then you got to build from the trenches now. You got to get them off. Got to get them a left tackle. You got to get a center. We need a 3-tech.
Well, why didn't they get defense? Why didn't they keep Justin? And then they could have drafted Caleb too. Like, you know what I mean? But remember we discussed that.
And Caleb wasn't strong enough to have a quarterback still here.
He's the cockiest guy I've seen since LeBron James.
Yeah, he wasn't strong enough to have the starting quarterback here and learn how to be an NFL quarterback. They just had to give him the keys to the castle, the C's on his chest, and everything that he was supposed to come here and earn. They had to give it to him. So
he's got his own fingernail cabinet next to his locker.
Now listen here. I'm not gonna have you talking about Caleb. He's our our Merce carrying quarterback. So he's a good kid, I guess. Despite the halter top and the Merces and the fingernail painting and and his talking in the media.
Is he a bear? Is he a bear?
You can't say that after 11 games. Yeah, he's got to prove he's a bear. He's got to do it in a.
I say he's a bear, man. He came out there and got his butt whooped all season and kept getting up for more. He's a bear, bro.
Oh, man.
He's a bear. In my mind, he's a bear.
He's working on it. He's working on it. You probably want to say some of these guys they had in the years past are bears, but they're not showing the moxie of a bear.
I bet if you saw, it's your final words, my bad, but I bet if you saw a big black bear and you were out in the woods with your family and that bear was painting his fingernails and wearing a halter top, you'd give that bear the respect that bear deserves.
Well, actually, I was in Tennessee last year and there was a big black bear by our cabin. And he was about 6. He was standing up, scratching his back on a tree.
Bears.
He was about 6'2", and he didn't have on no halter top, painting his fingernails, and he was looking for damn food to eat. So
Did you take your family down there and take selfies like some of the pinks do?
No, I didn't take any selfies. This was a huge bear, and I was I stood on the porch, tried to snap a couple of photos because he was just foraging through the green. But there's no way I would have messed with that big black bear that was out there looking for a meal. But back to Caleb. He's working on being a bear. He's gonna have the polish of a bear by the time he gets to the end of this season.
He's gonna have the polish, all right.
Hopefully it works out coach wise for him, offensive coordinator wise, and the future personnel on his O line and his D line. So the Bears are a work in progress. Anybody that was expecting them to win a championship this year, they were delusional. As I said at the beginning of the year, the season was going to be a work in progress because we had a damn rookie quarterback. So it is.
Nobody said we'd be 4-13 with this generational kid. I'm saying when they were having the debates.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Everybody said that he was better than JF1. The team would be better than last year with him as quarterback, and they were counting on the decisions of the head coach, and I was counting on us winning in spite of the head coach, but they can't pull past the head coach with a rookie quarterback and some of our players and the play calling and the schemes regressing. So it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Bear down. Get ready for Turkey Day. Happy Turkey Day to all. I'll be I got a basketball game tomorrow with Deuce against the Farragut Admirals in this little tournament for freshmen. Then we in a Turkey Day tournament at Whitney Young. So
Very good. Folks Academy.
I don't know what it is now. We'll see. But we're playing on a neutral site, so we'll be all right.
Big ups to all the folks out there.
And we're in a Turkey Day tournament at Whitney Young. So, Turkey Day weekend. So all those that want to see some basketball, come out and watch the kids play. And shout out to all my family around the world, all the regulators, Mrs. Nine Milz, everybody. Happy Turkey Day. Stay safe and God bless. That's my final word here on Non-Victory Sunday, Week 11, Chicago Bears. Was this 12? Was week 12? Yeah.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah. That's my final.
Great words, brother. Great words, man. And same ditto for you and your family as well. You guys, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. It's less labor intensive. You get to be around, people you love and enjoy the foods you love and things of that nature. So definitely move around, be safe out there, and go show some love out there for people. Maybe there's somebody out there that, maybe they're alone. Invite them over for dinner. You'd be surprised how far that can go,
Really?
Yeah. So thanks for tuning into Mouthpiece Included. As we wrap up this insightful episode, we're left with much to ponder about the Chicago Bears' future and the development of our generational rookie quarterback, C Dubb. Second here. The Bears' showdown today with the Vikings, as you can see, is sparking intense discussions about Matt Eberflus's role as head coach and his impact on team trajectory. Whether his leadership is the right fit for the nurturing of Caleb Williams' talent and guiding our Bears to success doesn't remain in question. I think he's proven he can't do it. My concern is if the offense is working under Colored Brown, the new offense coordinator, why not promote him? He's a savvy guy. I can't help but think if he was blonde-haired, blue-eyed, nobody would be talking about the experience he got. I mean, I'm going to say it. I'm going to pull a race card. Anybody that want to hear it, that's your problem, not mine. McVay came up. He's young. This guy came up under the same tutelage. He's out here showing and proving that he can do it. He's got enough. He's got as much experience as anybody else. All we have to do is program the minds of everyone. Even some of the local meatheads are starting to pick up on what Mouthpiece Included has been saying. They love the way he comports himself in a media thing. He's like a poor man's Mike Tomlin, if you will, or an offensive-minded Mike Tomlin, if you will. So what I'm saying is, for the sake of continuity, to get us off of this train of same thing happened to poor Trubisky. Same thing. Every year, new coach, new offense. You got to learn a new playbook and learn how to get them in and out the huddle. And it's not just the quarterback that has to get comfortable with this new language and this new terminology and this new coach and this new coach's philosophies. It's everyone. The team can't gel. I dare to say, what makes San Fran look so efficient? It's because they've been running that system for years. You know what made your Chicago Bulls look so efficient? Because they were in that triangle for so long. They knew the nuances of it. And now you're not thinking. Now you're just playing the game that they all say they love. But throughout our conversation today, we've examined key moments from the game, Eberflus's failed coaching strategies, and the broad implications for the Bears season. The feedback from people in the chat highlights the complexities of balancing immediate performance versus long-term growth. I mean, Ace has said it, the season is over. You paid Keenan Allen all the money. He's making plays. So what? He's a veteran. He doesn't have to be out on the field every down. You got to force Caleb to learn how to get the ball to people and develop that by getting the ball to people who will be on your roster next year. And if Keenan's gonna have 100 receptions, then re-sign Keenan. Now, as the Bears continue their journey, the decisions made in the coming weeks will undoubtedly shape the future of the franchise and Caleb Haltertop Williams' career. We hope today's episode has provided valuable insights and sparked thoughtful reflection on the challenges and opportunities facing our beloved Bears. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to continuing the conversation as the season progresses. Got to hang our hats on something. And we still got another game against FGB. Okay. I don't care what nobody says, Ace.
FGB.
You go up there in Lambeau and beat the Pack, you're still firing Flus. But I will forgive the team for moving off Justin.
That'd be a building block for next year to go up there and beat the Packers, no matter who the hell they got on the field, and we'll start on next season's progress.
That's right. Haltertop goes in there and gets a victory, throws for 300 yards, even 250, runs for another 50. You know what I mean? Spreading the ball around like he did today. And we pull out that victory. Hey, you could salvage a season. When you consider we haven't beat the Packers in 11 straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to do something.
Yeah. So, come on, Flus. You got to at least beat the Pack once, bro.
Once, man. Once before you're out of here, you son of a biscuit eater.
So until next time, stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, FGB, bear down. You know, bear down. All right, Karen, you want to play us out of here?
No, Karen.
Play us out of here.
We had a heck of a Sunday. Whole damn division.
You can't even be mad no more. I mean,
in football,
we knew what it was. We knew what it was going to be.
Yeah.
The season of developing the rookie. But yet everybody said he was generational, and they were ignoring what the Keep Justin guys were saying. Two things can be true, right, Ace? He can be generational, and it's still going to take 2 years before the locker room rallies behind him.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Those are grown men out there.
Yeah. You know, follow some kid fresh out of the mama teat. You know, you got out there, you got to develop some continuity. You got to, you know, you can't just hand him the damn captainship. I mean, that was a problem for me. But, you know, he's got to earn it. He's got to get these guys to trust him. He's got to, come on, man.
The problem for me was him crying on his mom's lap at the game after a loss. You can take that either way. But most of us just cry in the locker room.
Yeah.
We don't just go find our moms crying their lap.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
We'll say that's his passion. That was his passion.
Again, most of us cry in the locker room. We don't go find our moms.
Right.
I'm not saying real men don't cry. I'm just saying there's a time and a place for it.
Yeah. There's acting. What's that? The third wall, the fourth wall. You don't go past.
Yeah, you don't break that, bro. You could have waited. You could have waited till you got home and cried in your mom's laps.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what that holds for our generation of quarterbacks. Only time.
Sure, I mean, they said Justin was high on the autism scale. This kid is so high; he's on the scale of genius. He's higher. He's higher on that scale than Justin.
Yeah.
You don't have all the social cues.
Thanks, mercies.
Just enough to win us 10 Super Bowl rings. So.
He wins us a Super Bowl. I'll put on some damn nail polish for the broadcast.
I'm not going to say that, but he gets us 3. If he gets us 3, I'll come out here with a Merce and a halter top and nail polish. He gets us 3. And I'll say go Bears. All right, y'all. We had enough. You find yourself sliding through the shine. Man, all them niggas doing these niggas deep. Something about to happen.
Mouthpiece included.
Better keep your head on a swivel.
TATN. Better guard your grill.
Better watch your back.
TATN.
Better check your six.
Mouthpiece included. TATN.
Better use that blind spot assist.
Better guard your grill. TATN.
Objects in the mirror are closer than they appear.
Mouthpiece included. TATN.
Better guard your grill.
Better guard your grill. TATN.
Knuckle up.
Mouthpiece included. TATN. Better
And
guard
don't
your
forget
grill.
to.
TATN.
And don't forget to.
Get it, baby.
And don't forget to bring your mouthpiece.
Don't forget your mouthpiece.
Y'all
Like,
be
subscribe.
blessed out there.
Happy Turkey Day.
That's right. Don't be a turkey.